Hello there, vinyl community. JorgenS here, and you are much welcome to my balcony. Summer has finally arrived to Sweden. We have enormous warm days right now, and of course, these are days when my vacation are over. Tough luck. So I'm sitting here drinking a little juice. Juice drink out of cactus and pear. And hello there, Bea Sides, Jenny. Good to see you again. And this is a response to you. You had a little thread where you wanted us to show our most perfect albums that are perfect all the way through, from track 1 all the way to the final song of the album. And I'm very easy flirted when it comes to naming albums almost perfect. Of course, I'm a little careful with naming them just perfect. That means 5 out of 5 if I'm going to do rating. Most of them lands in 4 out of 5. But still, I'm very easy flirted when it comes to naming a song really good on an album that I feel is in most part awesome. So I have a lot of albums that I feel is really good. Many albums from my childhood, and I'm not going to show those albums that would be pretty obvious that I've shown over and over and over again, because of course Nick Kershaw's The Riddle that I've shown many times is among those. And Go West debut, having stuff like that I've shown so many times that you know them in your sleep. But I've still managed to pick out 6 albums for you, and I have also, some of these I have shown a couple of times, but still I feel like explaining a little why I love them, at least. Some of them I haven't shown all that much, and one of them I haven't even shown any time. Starting off with the 80s, perfect album number 1, an album that I felt like I should have been having it in my video that I did previously, when I shown the top 10 of synth and new wave albums of the 80s. I should at least have given it an honorable mention, and I feel sorry. I'm sorry that I left it out. It's also one of my favorites. But still, better than ever. Duran Duran, Rio. One of the really true masterpieces of new wave and synth pop. And it's songs that, even though some of them are not singles, they could have been. Listen to this. We have Rio, My Own Way, Lonely in Your Nightmare, Hungry Like a Wolf, Hold Back the Rain, New Religion, Last Chance of the Stairway, Say a Prayer, The Chauffeur. It's songs that almost everybody knows, and it's one studio album. They are so fantastic produced, and with the melodies that hits you right in the stomach, but still it's not boring. It's very happy and great album. I'm taking, of course, I don't think that anybody would have expected anything else, that I would take a Depeche Mode album. The question is which one, because there are so many. I could have picked Violator, I think is one of my absolute favorites of all time. But I chose this one because this one also is an album with a lot of nostalgia that I listened to over and over again when I bought it, almost immediately when it came. Depeche Mode and Songs of Faith and Devotion from 1993. 1993 wasn't the most perfect year when it comes to pop music. It wasn't a perfect year. In any case, still, I have memory from that year. It was a year of economical depression. It was a lot of grunge rock. It was Britpop, Oasis, and Sway that I hadn't learned to love. And it was a lot of stuff that I didn't like. And in all of that, I found a savior when Depeche Mode came, with the single I Feel You, when the single Walking in My Shoes came, and when they released this album. Bought it first on a cassette, then bought this CD album, and it's a fantastic album. Dark and mysterious, exciting, tough, maybe the toughest Depeche Mode album that they have released. And of course, you can feel when you listen to it that the members aren't feeling all that good. Having a Dave Gahan that had huge problem with drugs, you having a Martin Gore who had problem with alcohol, and the other members weren't feeling all that good either. But still, they managed to produce this beautiful album that are so awesome. You're having I Feel You, Walking in My Shoes, Condemnation, Mercy in You, Judas, In Your Room. What a forgotten great single that is. It is a perfect song. So it's not. I don't obey. I don't forgetting about the rules. But I still also think that the single version is even better. But still, it's a great version, the album version. Get Right. You have Rush with Me. Get Right with Me. Then you have Rush, and you have One Caress and I'm Blessed. One Caress. And Higher Love. That is an album track that I always loved from the first time that I heard it. It's so fantastic single. So perfect one. Speaking of this one, I've shown this one before. I think I even showed it in a contest that you had previous, Jenny. Pet Shop Boys Very. Also an album that I have huge memories of. Not going to get in too much of that, but I wanted to have it from the very first moment I heard of it. I remember in Swedish radio they had was not Swedish radio, in British radio, but the Swedish radio was broadcasting it. They had a question and answer session with the Pet Shop Boys where fans from all over Europe could call to UK and ask one question, and in the middle of that they played songs from this album. And I remember when I heard the songs, I said, I gotta have this album. And listen to this, Can You Forgive Her? I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing. Singles, Liberation, Different Point of View, having Yesterday When I Was Mad. And this version of this album is so much better than the single, even though the single isn't bad, but the single is meant for the Disco 2 album. And we're having The Theater, One and One Makes Five, To Speak Is a Sin, Young Offender, One in a Million, and of course Go West. I listened to this album multiple times, so many times that I can't keep count. Jazz, of course. There are some perfect jazz albums. I've shown this one also pretty recently. Birth of the Cool, Miles Davis. To connect with another great video that Dave Vinyl Bolt did recently when he showed his Miles Davis collection and showed this one. Birth of the Cool is a fantastic album. There are another version, of course, called Complete Birth of the Cool that also contains a recording, a live recording with this nonette. That was the start of this album actually. But this one is fantastic. Jill Evans arrangements, and with horns, with so awesome uh, melodies. You're having Move, you're having Giroux, having the fantastic ballad Moon Dreams. A really, really relaxing and cool, and so one of the best jazz ballads ever. Venus de Milo, love that Jerry Mulligan song. Budo, Bud Powell and Miles Davis song. Deception, having Godchild, fantastic one. Having Publicity, that the writer composer of that song is Cleo Henry. But that is actually another name from Miles Davis. Cleo Henry was Miles Davis, the two first names of Miles Davis' mother. So it is Miles Davis in another name. Rocker, you're having Israel, and you're having Rouge. So fantastic, relaxing, uh, much great swing. Really, really love this album. I've listened to it many, many times. An album that I wrote on my blog recently, although then I wrote in Swedish. An album that is a concert, as it used to be when this artist released an album. Jimmy Smith and his album Foremost. And this is containing a Jimmy Smith organ, Stanley Turrentine tenor sax, Kenny Burrell guitar, and Grady Tate drums. And it's a really, really great concert. The concert is made, it's recorded from Fat Tuesday in New York City, November 16 and 17, 1990. It's a concert with also announcing from Jimmy Smith between the songs, and it's really, really, they're playing so well together here. You're having Midnight Special, fantastic beginning with the Jimmy Smith song, main stem, forgotten Duke Ellington song, Summertime, fantastic version of Summertime, maybe the most best version of Summertime I ever heard, also the fastest version of Summertime I ever heard. Things Ain't What They Used to Be, another Duke Ellington song, and listen to this fantastic intro by Jimmy Smith on the Hammond organ. It plays so fantastic there. Soul Brothers, My Funny Valentine, a really, really great jazz ballad with singing by Grady Tate, the drummer, and Quiet Night of Quiet Stars, an Antonio Carlos Jobim song, and really, really great jazz concert, relaxing, and they play so awesome together. I think that Jimmy Smith and Kenny Burrell here play so well together, which they usually does when Kenny Burrell is on Jimmy Smith's albums. And finally, an album that I have nominated as the best album in the world ever, my absolute favorite album ever, and not only because the singer is so gorgeous, but because it is a really, really fantastic pop album. Susanna Hoffs' album When You're a Boy from 1991. This is such a forgotten album that totally disappeared. But still it is filled with so much pop pearls. It's really, really pop pearls. So wonderful, produced by David Kane, same man who produced Bangle songs. And it is really, really, it's sweet. It's she sings sweet. The melodies is so sweet, and really, really cute songs, but still very, very dramatic in some songs. And I love the lyrics. The lyrics are also very, very, very well made. You're having the single My Side of the Bed, one of the best songs ever. No Kind of Love, Wishing on a Telstar, That's Why Girls Cry, a cover of David. No, it's not a cover. Sorry, coming to that later. That's Why Girls Cry. Unconditional Love, also another great single. Something New, So Much for Love. This Time. Only Love is also a fantastic single. It's Lonely Out Here is a very dramatic and sad, but still very, very, very fresh song. Made of Stone, and then Boys Keep Swinging. That is a cover. I meant that one. Cover of David Bowie. Really, really fantastic album that makes me smile because it's so fabulous, well made, and it's so sweet and really, really fantastic art of pop music. So with that, Jenny, I hope that you are satisfied with my answer. There are a lot of other records, as I said, that I could have picked because there are so many great albums out there. The albums that I've shown in my previous synth pop new wave top 10 video, of course also albums that many of them are really perfect. But it's hard, of course. You have to think, is this album really so perfect, or do it have slightest bit of downfall anywhere? That is a tough question to answer when you look through these albums. And as I said, I like music so much that I of course having a hard time doing these choices sometimes. I think we all have. So with that, Jenny, I hope that you are satisfied and that you and everybody else have a nice continuing of the weekend. And till next time, see ya.